Hey everybody, I'm Greg.
And I'm Katie. Welcome to the Meeple Society. Today we are on episode 109, part 2 of the U's. We're getting there. I know we say that every episode, but we're getting there. Before we get started, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon if you want notification of future content.
And click the link below, and there you'll find all of our social media.
There you go. All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We have a lot of Uno this time around.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have siete.
Siete.
Siete uno.
Okay. How about we just start on them?
Uno.
All right, so if you're watching this channel, I hope I don't need to explain this game to you. I'm sure we've all played it as kids. It's been around for what feels like forever. Deck of cards, you play cards and match the number or color. First person to run out of cards wins the round. You play to a certain number of points after saying Uno. Yeah, that's basically the whole thing. So Uno, the classic game. We'll put that right there.
Dos uno.
Or otherwise known as Uno Flip. This one is a little different. This one felt very fiddly to me, though. So Uno Flip, the cards are double-sided. There we go. The cards are double-sided. And you have a light side and you have a dark side. You start the game on the light side, and why am I getting all? There we go. There's an actual number. You start the game on the light side, and then every time this flip symbol comes up, somebody plays the flip symbol, and you can play it on a red card, then everything flips over. You literally take your hand of cards and you flip it over, and now you're looking at the opposite side of the cards. You flip, ooh, got cards flipped the wrong way here. You flip the draw pile over, so now that it's the dark side. You even flip the discard pile would have been showing the dark side. Now it's showing the light side. Or not the discard pile, the play pile. So literally everything flips over, and now it would actually go this way, wouldn't it? So now instead of playing a red, you're now playing on an orange too. So
On the dark side of your cards.
it gets very confusing very fast, and the sides don't match. So like this purple +5, and this is a +5 draw. You draw 5. The person after you draws 5 cards.
On the other side.
Yeah, it's 2 completely different colors, 2 completely different cards, so they don't match up, which is fine. It was interesting. It definitely gave a little twist to the game. It made it very fiddly, in my opinion, but it was interesting.
We had to remember, we got to flip that card.
Yeah, and it wasn't just flipping your hand. It was flipping the draw pile, flipping the discard pile, or not the discard pile, the play pile. The whole works. Everything flipped over, so everything changed at that point. It was interesting. But yeah, Uno Flip. Okay.
Tres uno.
You're going to just milk this, aren't you? All right, Uno Bumo is completely different.
Definitely different.
Yeah, so Uno Bumo comes with, and I'll bet you I'm not going to find them here, am I? No, those are just regular Bumo cards. Basically, every player has a set of 3 timer cards. Wick cards, I guess. And you start with these up right side up. They have not yet exploded. But every time and there's several things that make you have to flip one over. You lose a round. Somebody plays an explosion card, or somebody plays a boom card on you, and you can't combat it. Then you have to flip one over. When the timer, all right, so the way this plays, instead of playing on certain numbers, instead of playing a yellow 2 on a yellow card or a 2 card, you're playing out timer cards. And you start off with 0, and little by little, people are playing down time cards. So now the timer's at 10 seconds, and then, I thought I saw another 10-second card out here. But then the timer goes to 20 seconds, and then 30 seconds, and then 40 seconds. Somebody could play hey, the timer's now at 30. It could be all the way to 55. But you know what? The timer's at 30 now. Or the timer, look, the timer hit 60 and it now explodes. Whoever, what was it, the person who caused the explosion?
I don't know.
I don't remember what who won the round. I think the goal was to get rid of your cards before the timer exploded. Yeah. And then if you weren't able to, then everybody flips over a thing. The game is the last man standing. Whoever has
last bomb.
Yeah, whoever has one bomb left when everybody else's has exploded, that's the person who wins the game. It was different. It was very different. Oh, those are the rule cards. Mm-hmm. Come on. Okay. So that is Uno Bumo. All right.
Quattro Uno.
Uno Tippo. I shot a video of this. I don't know how well the video turned out, but we're going to go for it. So this one, the whole idea is, without taking everything out of the box, you're playing a normal Uno game. Only you have two play piles, two discard piles. And you are playing into those two piles while trying not to tip everything over. Mm-hmm. Because if you tip everything over, then I think you have to draw extra cards. And then you put the top card back that was there, and you keep going until somebody's out of cards. So it's a normal Uno game, just with two discard piles.
Yeah.
The trick being, don't tip it over. That was really all there was to it. Which was, I mean, yeah, it tipped pretty easily, but at the same time, we got through an entire round without it tipping. So maybe that was just luck of the draw, I don't know. But that's Uno Tippo. Okay. Uno Madness.
Cinco on Uno.
Uno Madness bait.
Yeah, I know. Right? It's already driving me nuts.
Yeah, you know how he is. Anyway, Uno Madness essential, and again, I think I took a video of this. Uno Madness essentially is Uno and Perfection combined together.
Pretty much.
So you're starting in the center, and you flip over one tile out of the stack to become the start tile. And then one by one, you're kind of like, you're playing tiles down in order to get to the end of the line. The person who gets to the end without it popping, or runs out of tiles without it popping up, wins the round. Which I think we managed to do, but we went ahead and played a second round and let the timer continue to watch it pop, and startled the crap out of me. But, so yeah, you're just playing tiles in a circle. You're following the arrows and playing tiles the same way you would with Uno. Match a color, match a number, draw twos, flips, not flips, but reverses, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, Uno combined with Perfection, beat the timer type of game.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to just stack that. Oh, I think I'm getting too high here. I'll just put it over here for the moment. Okay. Uno Flash. Now,
yes.
This one is and this one I did not take a video of. I wish I had, because it was good. Okay, so this one that is just, oh no, no, those are just cardboard pieces, because the cards are actually stored in here. Those are just cardboard pieces for the show. All right, so this one has a machine component to it. So you turn the machine on, which is right here, and you can vary the speed, how often it switches. We just did a normal. So you have two discard piles. You have a discard pile and a draw pile, because the draw pile is here in the center. And everybody has their thing. And you have to tell them how many players are starting. So you start off with telling people how many people are playing. I think that's how that works. Maybe? Oh. Right? Yeah. Okay. So you start off by telling it how many people are playing and in which position. 6 people can play this. And, oh, I gotta play. And you're playing normal Uno, only you're on a timer, because if you don't go fast enough, that happens. And you have to draw 2 cards. And that's it. So what happens is,
yeah, go ahead.
So you're playing. If you can play, then great, you play. If you can't play, you have to draw your card. You still have the option of playing. If you draw something, you can play. But you have to hit your button at the end of the round, or at the end of your turn. And see, he's going again. So it doesn't do variable play, or it doesn't do turn order play.
Right, you go
It
again.
is totally variable. So I play another card.
But they got a match.
Here's the, yes, they have to match. I'm sorry, I threw a 3 in there. Here's the draw though. If I play a draw 2, I'm not playing it on the person next to me. I'm playing it on whoever the machine decides is next. It could be me. I may be the one who has to actually draw 2 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
This was hysterical. We played this with Doug and Mary, and we laughed.
Wasn't there a card
so
that
hard.
everybody had to hit it, and the last person who
Yes,
did it is...
there is one card that does that, and I don't. Was it the slap card?
Yeah.
Slap card. The last person to hit the button has to draw cards. We laughed
And it
so
was-
hard at this.
Then there was a button. I thought the person who played the card had to hit that button, and
I
everybody
think
else
so.
had to hit their button.
I think so. I don't
Something like
remember.
that. It
It
was
was
fun.
so funny. Okay, let me turn it off. Hold on, let me turn it off.
No, it can't be turned off.
Yes. There we go. Okay, so that is Uno Uno Flash.
Uno Flash.
Okay, next.
Siete o no.
Okay, Uno Wild Tiles. This one, I'm not sure what it's a mix of, you know what I mean? But it feels like it's a mix of something. So here's your board. And this time your cards are in the form of just round tiles. Again, every tile has the standard card symbols on them. You've got your yellow skips and your red 8s and your red draw 2s and your green draw 2s, and you've even got wilds.
Mm-hmm.
So you start in the center, and there's a random tile pulled and put into the center. And then after that, whoever plays first decides which direction you're going, but then everybody has to play off of that with one of the tiles in their supply. So if I play a red 6, then somebody, and I'm pointing that my red 6, now mind you, notice all of these have arrows on them. So you're pointing the arrow toward an empty spot, and you're trying to get, you're just following the arrows and playing down the next tile that you can. If I play a red 6, the next player has to play a 6 or a red card. Same as normal Uno, but with tiles. First person out of tiles wins the game. Now there are special locations here that give you, if you place your tile on one of those locations, then you get to do that action. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. You know, yeah, it was interesting. We played this one with Doug and Mary too, and okay, that's all of our Uno games, right?
That's all the Unos
That's
we
all
have.
the Uno games. All right, so all of these are going to leave the collection. They just, I mean, we don't play Uno, and none of these struck our fancy. This, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot one. This one is also leaving the collection. This is the only one that's staying.
You're upside down.
Oh. This is the only one that's staying. This one was so funny. And I could see this being absolutely hysterical with 6 players. It's just a good light game for people who don't game. And we have a lot of non-gaming friends. So I think that this might be a fun one to pull out with some of those non-gamers or some of the younger crowd, some of the cousins at Christmas type of thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're going to hold on to this guy. And the others, unfortunately, are going to leave the collection. Now, if we were still keeping that collection intact, if we were still planning to take that collection to events, then we definitely would have been keeping this one anyway.
Enjoy. If you don't have any of these, let us know.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll
right?
get it to you.
I don't know. I feel like if we were still going to keep that collection, these 2 would definitely be stayed. And we started out with like 7 of these. I've actually gotten rid of most of them because I didn't need to hold on to 7 just to do this series. And Uno was our most checked out game on the events we did do. It is still a very popular game. But I don't know that I would have kept all these weird offshoots of it. I would have just kept some of the base card games. And then, of course, Flash, because that was hysterical. But we don't have that collection intact, so we are going to go ahead and let all of these go. Because honestly, if we wanted to play regular Uno, we could do it with the cards from this. Just take out the slap cards. So, all right. That's our Uno collection.
Next, we go from Uno to Unstable Unicorns.
Okay, this game kind of reminded me of Exploding Kittens, but not quite.
I think the
It was
artwork
similar.
and kind of the silliness kind of.
Yeah,
of
but
it.
it's not the same people, I don't think.
I don't know.
All right, so you have a deck of all these different types of unicorns and different
Power
things,
cards.
power cards and whatnot. The main goal is to get 7 unicorns into your stable. That's it. Your stable being your play area in front of you. There are cards you can play on other people that will remove their unicorns. Each unicorn has a power. Once it's in your stable, you have to abide by that power. Like I made the mistake of playing a big unicorn. He counted as 2. Great. But I could no longer play nope cards, which lost me the game. So I should have held him for later. There are nope cards. Or nay cards.
Nay cards.
So you
nope cards is in the next game.
Oh, okay. But you have nay cards that you can play on another player to cancel whatever they're doing, and you cannot nay a nay. So
no nay nays.
No nay nays. Like different power cards. Sacrifice one of your cards to destroy 2 other cards. Those other 2 cards could be in other people's stables. Just all sorts of stuff. You have basic unicorns that don't do much. Basic unicorn, dance like nobody's watching. Okay. Pumpkin spice is the pumpkin spice of life. Beards are like so hot.
What?
Okay. That is
Did
totally
that
what
say?
it says.
Beards are so hot, you know. When they're all gray and scraggly.
Right. Okay, so again, goal is to get 7 unicorns out. Whoever gets the 7 unicorns out first without having your opponents thwart you is the winner. Yeah, that's the game. We are not going to hold on to this one. Just silly card games just aren't our thing. It would never come off the shelves, but I can see the appeal behind it. I can see the popularity. But yeah, this one is going to leave the collection as well. All right. Unsung
Heroes. This is the one that has the nope cards.
Yes, this one has nope cards. All right, so this guy, everybody has a deck of cards and a series of dice. And everybody's cards, there are some similar cards. There are some cards that are specific to this particular character. So everybody starts with
a hero card.
A hero card, which is...
Those are the rat cards.
These are the rat... Okay. Oh, I grabbed the yellow deck, didn't I? I grabbed the yellow deck. I'm sorry. Okay, so yes, you have the rat cards. Rat cards and treasure cards. These just sit in the middle of the table for everybody. And you always put the king rat on the bottom, and then everybody else is above it. Do this. And then at the start of each round, you play 5 rounds. Doesn't matter how many rats you take out or how many points you garner during the game, because the only thing that matters is who can take out the king rat. That's it. Who wins the king rat. And winning it is not so much as taking out a specific number of points. It's whoever can garner the most points in dice values and card values by the time everybody passes.
Yep. And the rats give you extra things.
Yes, the rats give you bonuses. All right, so everybody starts with their character card in front of them. And their character card gives them a very specific dice. So Wanda starts with a white 8-sider. There's one guy that starts with 2 4s, and somebody else who starts with a red, and somebody else who starts with a red but has the ability to add an extra red, so he gets to choose. Everybody has specialties that are their deck alone, and then everybody else has basically the exact same deck of cards beyond that. You start off with so many cards, and that is all the cards you get for that round. I think you start off with 7. You can play as many cards during the round as you want. You play until everybody passes. You can even pass and then jump back in if you want to wait to see what everybody else does. Maybe you're leading the pack right now, so okay, I'm going to pass. But if somebody else plays, unless everybody passes in a round, you can always jump back in. But once everybody passes in a row, then the round is over, and then you count up how many points you have. But a lot of these will give you just pluses. You just lay down on your character, done. Or you just lay down, period. You lay down basically a path of cards that you're playing. Some of them will give you, that's a plus, nope. Some of them will give you more dice to roll. So in this case, you pick up 2 red dice and you roll them. Done. You get to keep those numbers. And it's basically the die numbers that you're looking for. That's what's going to win you the round. There are ones that will let you re-roll a dice and add a +1 to it. There are other ones, like this one just lets you pick up play an 8-sider or a 4-sider. So you start off with 7 cards. You play as many cards as you want. If you play all 7, you're not going to have enough cards left for the king round.
Right.
If you play at least 2 per round, then you will go through your entire deck. But if you don't, you want to do that
because you're trying to save those big cards for the end of the game.
You want to see all the cards in your deck. But you can only draw 2 cards or back up to your 7 at the end of each round. That's it. So if you only play 1 card in a round, you're never going to see all your cards because you can only draw 2 up or refill to 7, in which case you're only getting 1. Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, we have a playthrough of this.
We do.
With one. It was on our first 24, so the 3rd game in the first 24-hour marathon. Played with the designer. I don't think either one of us was in that game.
No, we had both just played the last 2 games, and they were ready to go because he had taught them while we were busy.
So one of the designers of this game is teaching. He kind of teaches it. He taught it before they went on air, though. So they're playing the game. So if you want to see it play, go to that. Our first 24 hours, the first segment, third game in.
Yeah.
And you can see him play it.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, it was an interesting game. I don't mind it. I don't think it's something that's going to come off our shelf very often, though, unfortunately. So we are going to let it go. But it was an interesting game. But in an effort to get our shelves cleared for the sake of Gen Con coming and Kickstarters coming, decisions have to be made. Okay. Unsung Heroes. All right.
Next we have Unfair. Unlike its other part.
Funfair.
Funfair.
Yes. Unfair, the big thing with this is a lot of bad stuff happens during the game. And there are cards that can, if you choose to play it that way, affect other players.
Yeah, the first half of the game you're building your park. The second half of the game is when some
you're
of the
trying
bad
to
things come
maintain
back.
the park.
Yeah, so during that first half, you got to keep in mind some bad things are coming. And you know when it comes because there's a card that pops up halfway through the deck that shows it under the action.
This is your board, and it is double-sided, so if you have 4 players playing, you can kind of gear the board toward everybody seeing stuff, or you can just where everything's in a row. So yes, you have events up here, and events come up once per turn. At the start of every round, events come up. This plays in 8 rounds. And you have a
City deck
pile here that this is your timer in the game. You have 4 funfair cards that are all good things. They benefit every player. Great. And then at the bottom of the deck, you have 4 unfair cards. And those are bad things like, hey, everybody is suffering a water main break. You shut down all your water rides. Something like that. And then you have your blueprint cards. And your blueprint cards are essentially endgame scoring. Then you have your market, and these are your different rides and themes and different staff members, things like that that can go into your park to boost your numbers. And then this is basically how each round goes. So you start off with drawing your event card, and everybody does. And this event affects everybody for that round. And it was all sorts of different stuff.
Oh, no. This is your event cards.
Oh, this is right. That's right. Everybody draws their own event card.
Yeah.
And you have the option to play it
Then they go to the city event, which is this card, which is either good or bad. Then everybody gets to play
an event card.
At least one if they have it.
Yes.
They can play multiples.
You can play, everybody plays one or you go round robin.
Yes.
Play a card if you choose to. Once everybody has played one or passed, then if you have more of them, because this is one of the options during the game, you can just draw cards. Then you can play a second one if you choose. The key is here, though, you can only have, I think, 5 cards in your hand, and that 5 cards includes cards from the park cards, and event cards. So if you have a surplus of event cards, you don't have very many things to build in your hand. And that's where most of your points are going to come from, is building cards. So you deal with the event phase, then everybody plays 3 cards. There is one event out there that gives you a 4th play, and then you do the guest phase, which is where you collect all of your money, or i.e. your victory points for the round, and then you clean up. refill the market, do what you need to do.
Clear the market.
Clear the market, refill it, yeah. So, that goes that way. So at the start of the game, there are, I think, 5 different sets here, 6 different
themes.
6 different themes. So you've got your or 5 different themes, I think, because you've got your robots, you've got your pirates, you've got your vampires.
No, there's 6.
You've got your gangsters. Oh, that's okay.
There's 2 of them
you're right. You're right. There's the jungle, and then ninja. So everybody who's playing picks a theme. And then once the theme has been chosen, you separate them out. This just gets set aside. It tells you what's in each one. Everybody takes the loan card. You can take loans out, but this is negative points at the end of the game. You can't repay them, but it's a way to get a little bit of quick cash. Everybody takes their main gate for the theme that they chose. Okay, that is your main gate. It shows you how much capacity each park has. Each park starts with 15 capacity. There are cards in here that will increase that. But everybody starts with that. And you automatically get 1 visitor. The stars up here in the corner are your visitors. This is just a summary card. And then you sort out the cards. You have all of your park cards. You take all of these from every theme chosen and shuffle them together. So it's not just you drawing from your theme. Everybody can draw your theme. You have your event cards. These are the regular event cards that everybody just draws. You have the blueprints that pertain to your theme. These, again, all go into one pile for everybody to draw.
And those are all in-game scoring.
Yes, those are all in-game scoring. And then you have your fun, fair, and unfair city event cards. These, again, all get separated out, go into one pile. You draw so many out, 4 of each, and then the rest of them get put away. At the end of the game, you sort everything back out based on the little symbols down in the corner, and then put it away that way. But there are specific game cards from each theme that was chosen in each pile. So even though you may choose the gangster pile, you may end up with a park full of pirates. Who knows? So, yeah, I like that because it gives you a little bit of variety. Because I think with the one we played, my theme, I had jungle theme. I didn't have any hotels. But yet I had something that needed a hotel, so I had to build a gangster hotel. I could put a jungle theme on it, but the hotel came from the gangster deck. But I put a jungle theme on it so that it matched the rest of my park.
Yeah, and all of them, they have, what do you call that? A panoramic view when you put the cards together.
Yes, there are some that
if you use just that card from that.
Yeah, there are park cards that will have the panoramic
fit together,
view
and if you get one, because you only allowed how many? It's like 5 attractions.
5 attractions. Yeah, there's this little symbol down the bottom that gives you a panoramic view. And you can put them in and have
the whole panoramic view of that park. But I think I had everything from it, except for one of mine was the super action of the jungle.
Oh.
It was the jungle super action instead of the gangster one.
That is unfair. I don't know how funfair differs.
I don't either.
Because we've never played funfair. We bought this one first, but I think from what I understand, they created funfair because a lot of people didn't like the bad stuff in this one. But I think the bad stuff, it kind of just balances it.
Well, it balances it, and you can
avoid that
stuff by, you can take it out, or when you're building your park, some of the staff you can buy helps you
avoid some of the bad stuff.
Yes,
it does.
Mitigate all that bad stuff if you have the right people out, like I had.
You did.
I had like 2 or 3 people out that I was able to just get rid of to avoid that.
And there are some event cards you can draw that avoid them, and you just save those event cards. It does burn a spot in your hand. Yeah. But you can save it till you can use it.
But there's a way around the. Yeah. I liked the game.
I do too. I forget how good this game is until we play it each time. So yeah, it has earned its space back in the collection. So we will hold on to this one. All right.
Ubongo.
I liked this game.
I gotta remember this game.
This was the tile placement.
This one I was having trouble with the beginning. I don't know. I am good with spatial reasoning, but the first 3 or 4 of these, I was like, oh my. I could not figure it out.
Okay, so this one comes with a giant stack of cards. And they are double-sided. So you have cards that give you 3 pieces and cards that give you 4 pieces to have to deal with. Everybody, it plays 4 players. Everybody gets the same stack of tiles.
Yes.
Okay. And then this was the gems. That's right. There are so many gems set out here on the track. So there are gems set out on the track. So whoever finishes first gets the blue gem because it's more expensive. Whoever finishes second gets the gold gem. But then everybody who finished gets to draw another gem out of the bag. And the gems are worth different points. And it tells you, it tells you right up here how many points they're worth at the end of the game. At the end of the game, at the end of 9 rounds, essentially, it's points. You are adding up all of your gem points, and whoever has the most points wins. It's that simple. So here's how it works, though. Everybody gets their stack. Oops, wait a minute, wait. Back up. I need a couple more pieces out of here. I need this, and I need this. I'm not going to bother with the gems right now because I'm afraid I will drop one on the floor. So everybody takes their stack of tiles, sorts them out so you can find them easily. You decide whether you're playing 3 tile. Do I have it right side up? No.
Yes.
3 tile. Oh, it flips this way. Yes. That's confusing. Whether you're playing 3 tile or 4 tile. 3 tile is your basic, 4 tile is your little more complex. You roll the die. So we're going to play 3 tile just to, for the sake of show. Somebody rolls the die. Everybody is playing on this symbol. So everybody knows what symbol they're playing on. So everybody's on an even playing field. As soon as you know which symbol you're playing on, though, somebody flips the timer, and you're immediately grabbing those pieces out of your supply, and you're fitting them into this. No, stop hitting that, you little twerp.
I didn't do nothing.
Whatever. Oh, how does this go? Nope. Okay, I know this fits. They all fit. Oh, right there. There we go. Got it. Ha ha, got it. If I was the first one done, I would grab the blue gem and then wait. If I was the second person done, I would grab the orange gem.
Wait for me to get ready to throw it off the table. I just have so much trouble with this game.
And then again, anybody who finishes before the timer runs out grabs an extra gem out of the bin. It's that simple. It can be a little tricky, but everyone works. You just got to figure out how to make it work. So I applaud the people who put this together because trying to find shapes that you could get 6 different combinations into. I applaud the people who put this together. I liked it. I want to hold on to it basically put it in the library.
I said I liked it. It was just the first half of this game.
You were having trouble.
My brain was not there.
It took you a minute to get your groove on.
Wrap my head around it and figure out. I was like, oh yeah, duh.
So, and then as soon as you figured it out, I suddenly started having trouble. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah, because I'm used to being able to I could just look at something, look at the pieces, and I was like, oh, it goes like that.
Yeah.
And boy, it didn't happen in this game.
Yes. So.
I think the timer part is what
the timer kind of throws you off. Yes, I will agree there. That having a certain amount of time to get it finished is
and you're
tricky.
Racing somebody to do it.
Yes. All right, so we are going to hold on to this one. One more flipped over. Okay. And then this guy comes back in right there, or right here. There we go. All right, so Ubongo is going to stick around. I very much enjoyed this one. How's that all right? How about that? All right.
And lastly, we have an upside down box, Underwater Cities. And you have the expansion for it.
I do. Now they are kind of weirdly combined.
Yeah, because
matter of fact, I think we might have these actually on the wrong lids, but that's okay.
Yes,
because the expansion box just has all of the boards in it.
Yep.
So, all right, so the idea with this one, you are building an underwater city. This is...
That's your city.
Yeah, this is the city. This is actually, I think, one of the expansion boards, but it's the same difference. So everybody has a player board. Now, in the base game, these are just cardboard boards. These are not...
cardboard boards.
Cardboard boards, yes. These are just, they're single dimension cardboard cities. But I have the expansion because I wanted the dual layer boards. So you are essentially building this out using various things. This is essentially a worker placement. That is the crust of it. So here, show the board. All right, so this is the 3 to 4 player side. So every player has a series of just cardboard discs. And on your turn, you also have a hand of cards. You have a set of cards that you play as well. You can only have 3 in your hand at a time. You always draw back up after you've played one. So on your turn, you are looking at your cards and you're deciding which of these actions you want to do. And each action does something different. So this action lets me play a city down onto my board. Now to play a city, I have to be able to pay the resources. But I play a city onto my board. And the cities, I'm looking to see if I can find the domes easily. No, of course not. I think the domes are under here, yes. Playing a city is as easy as just placing a dome on your board. Now you start with one dome down here in the corner. But building a city is putting another dome out. It could be to put out some of the excess buildings, the plants and the farms, and that's as simple as putting these on your board, depending on which one you're building. Again, they cost resources though, so it's not as easy as just playing the piece. It could be as easy as getting resources or potentially upgrading something. And to upgrade one of these, you simply stack another one on top of it. There are ways to build tunnels, and you have to build the tunnels onto your board, in order to get from city to city, to connect the city to your network. And upgrading them is as simple as just flipping it over. This is getting special cards off the board or playing one of your action cards. Part of your card play is to maybe play an action card that you can use later on, and this activates that action card. Building your tunnels, just getting straight up resources. All sorts of different things, and these kind of just repeat. The symbols repeat themselves. There's ways to go up on the government track, which is here, and I know it's a different word, but it's a government symbol. And that's this track here. This track gives you bonuses, but it also determines play order the next round. So when you're playing out your turns, though, let me put these all back here real quick. When you're playing out your turns, you're getting various resources, and the resources are buried in here, but you're getting money and resources, and you're paying those to do your turn. Federation track, thank you. But when you're playing cards, the cards all have different colors up at the top. And notice those colors all correspond with the actions on the board. So every turn you have to lay down a tile and you have to play a card. So each round is only 3 turns. You never get more turns per round. You get 3. Are you trying to see over the board?
I'm just here.
Okay. So if I play a red action and a red card, I get to activate the card as well and do whatever it says. But if I play a red turn, I really need this red turn, but all my cards are orange or I don't have anything I can play, then I still get my action on the board. I do not get this card. But if I can choose one of these and make it work, then I can play my card. Now, mind you, I have to play the card no matter what. I can activate the card if my colors match. If my colors don't match, I don't get the card. And that makes it very thinky. It makes it very agonizing when you have a handful of green cards, but I really need this action. Which green card do I not want to play because I don't get it? I have to play it. I just don't get it if I take this action. I have to take one of these green actions instead. And if all the green actions are taken already, well, I'm just out of luck. I'm not going to get to use my card no matter which one I play. I love this game. I love the agonization. The agonization, I don't think that's a word. I love the agonizing choices of having to figure out what you're doing.
I have most of the upgraded pieces.
I have most upgraded pieces. There are a couple of Etsy pieces that I don't have, but I have the BGG upgraded components or the upgraded resources and stuff.
And money.
And money. Yep, I have that.
There's the metal money.
This, like I said, this has been my number 2 game for a very long time.
So we're getting rid of this, no?
Yeah, sure. No. Only if we get rid of Firefly too.
And we'd have to get rid of Terraforming Mars.
I can't remember your number 2, or I'd come back with you with that, but that's all right. Anyway, what in the world? Oh, it's another player board. Okay. I absolutely adore this game, and it will definitely stick around. So now let's see if we can get the lids on the right ones again. All right. That is Underwater Cities and Underwater Cities New Discoveries. I didn't even go into New Discoveries, but still.
Nope. And it has a new expansion.
It does have a new expansion that I've got to pick up. Data centers, data something or other.
Data entry, or I don't remember. It's data something data something something.
Anyway, this one's sticking around. Still one of my favorites. The recent play did not unseat that. So that is it for this episode. That is it for the U's.
On to the V's.
On to the V's.
And until then, thanks for watching.